Hi everybody and welcome to the AV Room. Today is going to be a short video on the use of AI. Now if you haven't noticed, I did a new video intro using AI. I had asked my wife if she could help me do a video intro to my AV Room series, and she came up with that. And what did she come up with? That's right, she entered a prompt into AI. Now do I hate it? No, it's exactly what I was looking for. So I used it. But then I was doing some research today and was looking into pre-orders and stuff that's coming out in the month of December. And I stumbled across a few records that are going to be released by a company called Blue Line. Now, I've never heard of this company, but I can tell you their covers are shit. Yep, I said it. They're utter crapola AI slop. And we're talking about several well-known entities of AI slop. So we're going to take a look at them real quick, and you can give me your view in the comments and tell me what you think. Now, as an artist, I'm routinely giving gifts. This is a gift I'm wearing right now. I'll show an insert of it. And it's an AI generated cat tattooing another cat. It was a gift, so I accepted it. I didn't give it a critique. But as an artist, I'm routinely finding it harder and harder and harder, day in and day out, to actually earn a living as an artist in 2025, 26, and going forward. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. But there are some big names that are using AI, and I wonder how everyone feels about it. As a non-artist, do you care one way or the other? Or as someone that appreciates music, movies, and otherwise, are you concerned about this rapid use of AI in things that we love? This being music and vinyl. So let's take a look at what I stumbled across. So in doing some research for this video, I came across a couple releases. And these are releases from a company I've never heard of, a company called Blue Line. Now, they appear to be simply radio broadcasts, maybe tapes that were unauthorized or bootlegs. I'm not really sure. Early recordings, probably at the very best, from some famous artists before they got famous. And they're just really garbage. The first one we're going to take a look at is The Cure. Now, this is a Cure album that's called The Gothic Roots of. This appears to be on blue vinyl with a street date of December 12th, 2025, and is on the label Blue Line. Now, it gives as its description just a brief description of the band. Doesn't really tell you what the track listing is or when these recordings are from or how they were recorded. So I highly doubt these are analog recordings. More than likely, these are digital recordings. But we're here to talk about this horrible cover. Clearly AI slop. This is a picture of Robert Smith, the lead singer for The Cure, that's obviously been fed into a prompt and has this gushy, mushy AI slop feel to it. I think we're all getting really used to this AI plastic artificial look, and this one screams of that. Now, it says a journey through the inner world of The Cure. I never heard of this album, I never heard of this label, and I sure as hell don't like that cover. If you can think of all the classic album covers that The Cure has given us, this certainly wouldn't be one of them. I mean, with their last album, they went through the lengths of procuring the rights to the actual sculpture on a photograph of that sculpture so they could use it for their new album, Songs of the Lost World. Robert is an artist and a musician, and he gets it. He certainly wouldn't have given his okay on this one. Next, we have The Doors. Now, this is another AI slop from this company, Blue Line. Now, again, it just gives a description of the album, a generic description of the band, and then has the photograph of the cover. Now, this, again, AI slop. Look at Jim. Now, while you can tell more than the other ones that this is The Doors, this is clearly an unauthorized AI slop generated cover that they've decided to go with, where Jim just looks that much off. Just off enough. And they've, I'm sorry, stuck poor Robbie Krieger behind him, looking behind him like a dejected guitarist. Just garbage. Just utter garbage. red and yellow soak saturations, plasticky vibes. I mean, they're clearly trying to go for this as a painting, but it's just abysmal. I'd rather see these photo covers that we've been seeing lately from these Doors live albums or reissues. It's just a better way to go than this garbage. Okay, this next one is also from this Blue Line label and is called the Rockin' Roots. Now, Rockin' Roots seems to be a theme this label's going with for all these titles. They've clearly gotten a bunch of unauthorized or early demo material from these bands and are just slapping on, trying for a cash grab. Now, this one we've got Billy Joe Sid Vicious on the cover. I don't know what's going on with this one. There's definitely a sort of collage vibe going to it. It looks less like Billy and more like Sid. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what this garbage hot trash is. And the more they subjugate the younger generations to this kind of trash, the more they're just going to accept it. I see it every day. People send me forward ideas for tattoos that they want. They say, no, I want this. And they send me something AI. Often they send me something AI that can't even be tattooed, like lettering or sentences or paragraphs that are about the size of a quarter. It's untattooable. They don't understand that. They're not artists. And it's the same with this garbage. They're going to buy this going, oh, this is Green Day or this is the Doors. I don't have this, and add it to their collection. Meanwhile, more than likely, they're going to find that it's a garbage recording with a garbage cover just meant to take their 30 bucks. I just want to put an end to this right now. I've had it with this sort of trash. Now, one of the worst offenders in this line is this Neil Young and Bob Dylan. Let's take a look at this album cover. Now, this appears to be live on air, so it's a radio broadcast from 1988. It states live on air 1988 on brown vinyl with a street date of December 26, 2025. This is again from Blue Line and is all available from pre-order from your local record store. And by local record store, I mean Amazon. Because I really wonder if anybody would stock this trash. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. But take a look at this. There's no idea where is the light coming from. Did they do a duet that day? I doubt it. You've got light coming from the left on Bob and blue moonlight going over Neil. Now, Bob looks just off enough. Something's wrong with this picture of Bob. And the same with Neil. Something just ain't right. It's like I know we're in the infancy of AI, but AI just can't get it right. But what they're going to do is keep stealing and cribbing from photographs they don't own, artwork they don't own, and slapping them together in some slop and jamming it on an album cover to try to get your money. Now, at least they've got the right amount of fingers in these pictures. If you notice in the other ones, they seem to be hiding the hands in more cases than not. And that's because AI just can't seem to generate the right numbers of fingers on a hand. There's lots of evidence of that on the internet. Now, this next one really bums me out. It's from Tears for Fears. It's for their new album. And you may have stumbled across some discussions about this on the internet. They reached out to an artist and they asked him to do the cover art after giving them their ideas, giving the artist their ideas. And this is what he came up with. Now, he is a digital artist. Maybe he started in traditional. Probably he did and moved into digital like a lot of us have been forced to do, myself included. And he used AI as an assist. Now, it's not my least favorite cover of all these covers, but it's certainly still not my favorite. I think back about those great Tears for Fears album covers with brilliant photography or even artwork, and it's much, much more coherent and artistic than this AI. I don't hate it, but I don't love it, and I just hate to see big artists going in this direction. Now, in other cases, people have brought up where Erica Badu has recently used AI to promote her new release. And I I don't understand. She's an artist. She's a musician. To rally behind something that doesn't exist, that's actually hurting our planet, makes no sense to me. What are you going to do? Well, I'll tell you what you should do. You should support real artists. You should support artists that can paint, that can draw, that can take a real photograph. That's what you should do. because this AI crap ain't cutting it. And if you want to see me leave the industry altogether, it's going to be because of stuff like this. I mean, if all the album covers were coming out like this, I'd stop buying records. I would. I just wouldn't be interested. I would just stream the stuff and call it a day. But thank God there's better companies out there that won't do this sort of crap. I'm talking about companies like Rhino Reserves or Rhino High Fidelity, or even bigger companies like Interscope. Hopefully, they'll stand behind real art and real artists. Otherwise, we're going to see the true art of album covers just disappear and fade away. Now, I've got one last cover. This is another one from this company, Blue Line. Big surprise. And this is an Elvis Presley cover. I mean, there's not enough pictures of Elvis they could get. They couldn't get anybody to paint a picture of Elvis. I mean, if it's unauthorized, sure, I get it. But unauthorized doesn't mean you have to feed it into a prompt. And you know the answer? It's because of money. They don't want to pay for an authorized picture or pay an artist to paint something or create something when they can just type a prompt, put in Elvis, and have this jump out. I'll bet you they don't even do several passes. I'll bet you this is the first go for a lot of this hot trash. AI. So we're getting AI t-shirts, AI videos. AI has infiltrated the Beatles. They're cutting out solos, they're changing words, and we're just sitting there and taking it. I don't want this to be our future in music. I don't want this to be the way we go forward from this point on. And I hope you don't either. Leave a comment down below and let's get this conversation started. I saw somebody else comment on it. It was, Anthony Fantano, the world's angriest, busiest nerd. Now, he did I was looking up research for this story, and he did a story online. And again, I agree with the guy. It's got to stop. We cannot support this. And I'd like to hear what you all have to say about it. Anyway, this is a short rant video for now. And I will see you soon again in the AV room when we have something better and more fun to talk about besides AI. Thank you for visiting. I appreciate you all. And like and subscribe. Trade amongst your friends. Tell everybody the AV room is very entertaining. And I will see you next time here in the AV room.